Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That man got the groceries and took it to the poor lady that was so upset because she really, really, really needed or wanted her groceries so badly. That lady was very, very upset. She really needed her groceries, or like she really needed them or wanted them badly. And like when people are that upset, something in the ingredients, or they needed maybe something for their dinner or something. Or maybe they know it takes a long time to get groceries and they really needed those groceries, or I don't know. But I was so grateful. The guy that signed for the groceries said, I gave him back, or I gave him back. I gave him to the lady. I took the groceries to the lady. And he was like, I didn't know that they weren't supposed to be delivered to where you delivered them because, I don't live there and I didn't know that they didn't belong there. And then the guy was like, after you left, people didn't know the groceries did or didn't belong anywhere. They were just sitting there. And then the man explained, I was at the neighbor's house and the neighbor's trailer, but like I didn't know if anybody or who had ordered the groceries. So nobody knew why the groceries were there or not, but like according to the man, there was a couple people that weren't in the area that might have ordered the groceries. So they didn't know. So they left the groceries for whoever was going to end up, the one that ordered the groceries. So, but I got so lucky. The man that signed for the groceries was a good, honorable man. So he didn't steal the groceries. He was a good, honorable man. He took the groceries to the lady. And he told me right in his brain, I took the groceries to the lady. She's got her groceries. Everything's fine. And I was like, oh, that's a blessing, because based on their brain, talking about how I take it out on the world, but like, what if your sister was raped and murdered and people were being mean or abusing her? I mean, wouldn't she kind of lash out to be safe and not become a vegetable from too much abuse and stuff? I was talking like that because the guy seemed to have a very honorable, good soul. He didn't seem like a bad man at all. Neither did the neighbors. There was some neighbors that were like, you're taking it out on the world. And it was like, if you were dead and raped and your brother or sister did not move hell and high water to attack and destroy everybody, if you were murdered and raped and your family didn't protect you, you'd end up a vegetable or something so sad and tragic. How can you say that something is bad towards me? I'm doing what I have to do to exist and have freedom and be safe. But the more I thought about what they were thinking, the more I was like, but they seem like such good people. So maybe they just don't quite understand. So I try to really spell it out kind of blunt and hardcore about how, like, if your brother would kill somebody over you not becoming a vegetable when you're already too abused, well, just imagine how many gods and how many piles of gods would do anything so I could just be safe and live in peace now with whatever I have left. That's not life, but whatever I have left. And I thought, they're, maybe they're going to understand, because they don't seem like bad people. And I was so grateful, so grateful, so grateful when that guy said, I took the groceries to the lady. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a good thing that they really are good, beautiful people. And I really feel better to know that maybe they just don't quite understand my existence. This is the first time I feel so grateful for being world famous. I might be the world famous poor dead god weirdo, but boy, what a miracle that was that poor lady got her groceries. And I got to learn that people that seemed like they were being mean to me and saying, well, you just lash out at the world, but what about my rights to not be hurt anymore when I'm not going to ever be okay again? Now I realize that everything is not always exactly what you see. And things aren't always exactly what they seem, because that lady was so upset about her groceries. And look, those people that seemed like whatever they seemed like were actually good people, and she got her groceries. And I got to find out the good people are good people. And maybe sometimes I should wonder if maybe they don't understand if their soul is truly that beautiful and good. Hey, there's some benefit to being the world famous weird dead god.